In Britain, the aircraft carrier found itself with two masters. The carrier itself belonged to the Royal Navy. However, since its inception in 1918, the RAF had been responsible for naval aviation. It procured the aircraft, provided many of the pilots, and provided all of the ground crews. At top level, this situation created a good deal of tension, although on the carriers, the relationship between the two forces was more amicable. RAF pilots routinely flew with naval navigators. Flying at this time, though, was still fairly basic, and a navigator's task was rudimentary. Planes could not fly out of sight of a carrier because they still had no navigational aids. Meanwhile, the Americans had recovered from a slow start to take the lead in the development of the aircraft carrier. The first US carrier, a converted coal ship named the Langley, did not arrive until 1922. The Langley could not steam into wind fast enough to slow a landing plane down, so the transverse wire system was adopted from the start. At the end of the 1920s, the much larger carriers Lexington and Saratoga were built. These were the first carriers to employ a batsman to guide planes in to land. In the US, the Navy had control over naval aircraft as well as their carriers. They were able to order specialized machines like torpedo planes and bombers, and they were able to order them in large numbers. Whilst the British Fleet Air Arm possessed no more than 130 planes in total, the big US carriers could each boast over 90. By the 30s, the US Navy carried more than 700 aircraft. The Americans had now surpassed the British not only in number, but also in the quality of their naval aircraft. Many, like the Grumman F-3F, were designed specifically for carrier operation.